Hello guys, welcome to this session. Am I audible to everyone? Okay, so guys, in this particular session, we are going to look into the approach to solve this time series assignment. Now let me start with the first topic. So before you actually get into solving this assignment, your first step is to understand what is coefficient of variation and how we need to use this particular metric to find out the most profitable market segment. So first of all, let's understand the idea behind coefficient of variation. So let me take an example. Let's say I have two lists, or I have two series of numbers. Series X, this is having elements as 1, 2 and 3, and series Y, which is having elements as 1 not 1, 1 not 2 and 1 not 3. Now if you find out the mean for this series, you will be having 2, and the mean of this series would be 1 not 2, and the standard deviation for this series would be 1, and the standard deviation for this series would be 1. Now given this information, given the list of numbers with the mean and the standard deviation, can you find out which particular series is having more fluctuations? So what's my question? Which series is having more fluctuations? Guys, please let me know your answers on the chat section. Guys, hello guys, am I audible? So that's a simple question. Just look at the series and find out which particular series is more fluctuating. Guys, can you just let me know your guess also? Like, if you don't know the exact answer, you can just guess. Okay, so Bhagwat is saying both are same. Okay, Bhagwat is saying Y series. Okay. Okay, let's try to think logically. Now can you find the jump between this particular element and this particular element? So here it is a jump of +3, right? And if you look at the series Y, the first value is 101 and the last value is 103. So there is a jump of +3 from first to last, right? But if you look at this series, here the first element is 1 and here it is 3. Now here it is the multiplication of 3. So the first value is 3 times the last value. Oh, sorry, the last value is 3 times the first value. Whereas this is not the case over here, right? So now can you answer me which one is more fluctuating? Now you guys can answer it easily. The series X is more fluctuating because in series X, the third element is 3 times the first element, whereas in the Y series that's not the case. So that is why, and over here if you look at the standard deviation, the standard deviation is not so much useful in answering that question. So if I ask you this question, looking at a standard deviation, you can't answer this question. So looking at this problem, we came up with an metric which is known as coefficient of variation, CV, which is nothing but a a ratio between your standard deviation to the mean. So if we calculate the coefficient of variation for X series, it will be 1 divided by 2, which is 0.5. And if you calculate the coefficient of variation of Y series, this will be 1 divided by 102, which is 0.0098. So what is the answer over here? More the CV value, the more is the fluctuation, the more the series is fluctuating. Okay. Is everyone clear with the idea of coefficient of variation? Is everyone clear? Okay. Now everyone please get a pen and paper with you. This is the next question which you guys need to solve. So there are two series that we have taken over here. Refer to the data with mean and standard deviation of two samples. Which sample is having more fluctuation or higher spread? So we have the mean and the standard deviation for both the series. Please find out which series is more fluctuating. Let me know your answers in the chat section. Just simply calculate the COV value for both series 1 and 2 and then let me know your answers. So the COV value for sample 1 will be basically standard deviation is 0.51 divided by the mean is 7.2. For this, the answer will be 0.7. The COV value for the second series will be 1.92 divided by 7.3. This is going to be 0.26. Now, as I have told you in the last slide, higher the COV value, more the series is fluctuating. So the answer is sample number 2. Right? Is everyone clear with this? Is everyone clear with the idea of COV now? So this is a very important topic for this particular assignment because you need to understand what is more fluctuating and what is less fluctuating. Now, let me give you a logical like explanation. If there are two series, okay, I have the profit for product 1, the COV value for product 1 and the product 2. Now the COV value for product 1 is, let's say, 0.5. Here it is 0.0009. Now can you answer me which one is a most profitable product or maybe most consistent product? So the most profitable and the consistent product will be product number 2. Why? Because product number 2 has less fluctuations. So since the COV value is less, that basically means less fluctuations. And if the series is less fluctuating, as I have written over here, and if the series has less fluctuations, that basically means it is stable, right? So if you have a particular graph, uh, let's say a particular graph like this, And if you have a particular graph like this, now in which particular graph you would try to predict? Would you try to predict on this particular data or on this particular data? This is 1 or this is 2. So which particular graph you will, or which particular data you will try to predict? Number 1 or number 2? The second one, right? Why second one? Because this is more, since this is less fluctuating, it is more likely that the predictions which we will get will be more stable, right? So this is the same idea you need to use in your assignment. So the most profitable, guys, 1 second. So the most profitable market segment will be that market segment for which the COV value is less. Because if you have a less fluctuating series, it is more likely that the predictions would be reliable and you will get a good model in which you can rely. So if you create a model on this, in this type of data, it is most likely that you are not going to capture the complete pattern in the data. But if you try to predict on this particular model or this particular data, you will be able to capture the pattern. Clear, everyone? Is everyone clear with the concept of COV and how we need to use it in the assignment? Can I get a confirmation from everyone? Like I think you guys are not so much in numbers. We have 13 participants. Can I get 13 yes or 13 no, or maybe a combination of both? Okay. Now let's come to the discussion of the assignment. So here you are given with this data, which is your assignment. You have the order date, segment, market, sale, quantity, and profit. Now, how you need to solve this particular assignment? Your first step in this assignment is to find the most profitable market segment. Now, before you find out the most profitable market segment, there is one important thing that you need to remember is the calculation of the COV value is needed to be done after you split your data into train and test. So what is the first step? First step is to load your data, load the data. Second step is you can you need to you can convert your order date into year month format. Now the currently, if you look at your date, it is given like this, but you need to convert this something like this, 2012-07. This will be converted to 2013-02. This will be converted to 2013-10. Okay, so this is basically the format in which you need to convert your order date. So this is a year month format. Now once you are done with this, split your data into train test. So your train will be for 42 month data, 42, not month actually, 42, yeah, months we can write, whereas your test will be only the last 6 months. Okay, and then use the train data to calculate the COV value for various market segment. Now to do so, what you can do, you can first of all create a new column which you can call it as market underscore segment, and this column will have the values like this. So consumer underscore US, corporate underscore APAC, consumer underscore APAC of home office underscore EU, and so on. Once you have this column, you can group your data. You can group your data based on market segment and can find the basically find the sum of profit. Okay, sorry, the find the mean using profit column and standard deviation using profit column. So you should get a result like this, where you have these 7 market sorry, the 21 market segments. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 7 market and 3 segments. 7 3s are 21. So you will have 21 combinations over here, 1 2 3 4 up to 21. For each segment you can calculate the mean of profit, and then you can calculate the standard deviation of the profit, which you can use to calculate the COV value. Now once you have the COV value for all the market segments, you need to find out the most profitable market segment. So using the result, find the most profitable market segment. Okay, is everyone clear till this point? Any questions? Any doubts? Now so once you have identified the market segment for which you need to uh, predict the sales, what you can start with, so you can first of all, number one, you need to filter your data for that particular market segment. So now you need to filter your complete data for for that particular market segment. Okay, how to combine market segment? That's very simple. Just use the string concatenation method. Like if you just simply write segment code something like this, df market underscore segment is equal to df segment plus df market, you will be able to combine the columns. Creating new column before splitting or after splitting? Before splitting. No. You should create it after splitting. Just create it after splitting only for the train data. Then once everything is done, once you have identified the market segment, then you need to again use the complete original data. Use the complete original data to filter your complete data for that particular market segment. So you will be using your complete data. It will be better if you create market segment in the original data. So I would suggest you that this particular segment, so here after you can, before that you can create the market segment column. So just create market segment column for the complete data. Now what is the advantage of this? The advantage is that once you have identified the most profitable market segment, you can use that particular market segment to filter your complete data. Okay, once you will filter your complete data for that particular market segment, group the data based on order date and find the sum of the sales. Okay, so then you need to perform the group by on order date like this, and find the sum of the sales. So now once this is done, your data will be prepared for performing time series analysis. Guys, just give me 1 minute. Sorry, guys. So is everyone clear till this step? So let me just summarize what we have done. We have first of all loaded the data. Then we have converted the order date into year, month, timestamp format. Then we have created this new column which we are calling as market segment. And then now we are splitting the data into train and test, where train will be having 42 months of data and test will be having 6 months of data. Now using the train data, we are calculating the COV value for various market segments. And after that, using the result that we have generated, we will find out the most profitable market segment based on the COV value. Now, once all the things are done, then I will again use my original data to filter my complete data on that particular market segment. And after that, I will group my data based on the order date and find the sum of the sales. Now, once this is done, we have basically prepared our data. Is everyone clear with this? Guys, can I get a response on the chat section, please? Okay. Now, again, once your data is prepared, you are required to again split your data into train and test. So remember this filter was done on your complete data. So that's the reason once we have grouped the data for various dates, we will again split the data into train and test. And then we will start by performing various methods. So before that also, what you need to do, there is one more step. So decompose your time series. Okay. So now once this is done, then you will start your time series forecasting method. So you will start with naive method, then simple average, simple moving average, simple exponential, halt winter additive, and halt winter multiplicative. Now remember that you need to track the map value for all these models in a data frame. So the way it has been done in your course, in your recorded video content, the same way you need to follow the procedure over here. Once this is done, you will move into the forecasting using regression models. So first you will perform the stationarity test, then make it stationary, and then you need to check for various ARIMA model and ARMA models. And then you need to calculate again, calculate the map value for all the models and keep the track of this in a data frame. So at last, what you need to do, you need to find out the report the best model from smoothing method. So from this method, and best model from the regression method. So using both the methods, you need to find out your best model. Okay. Now, once this is done, you need to also prepare a presentation. So you need to submit a presentation. In the presentation, you need to explain basically how the coefficient of variation you have used, and why you have choose the particular market segment. So that explanation needed to be there. You need to explain using a flow chart. You need to explain the optimum, choosing the optimum forecasting technique. Then you need to plot the map values for all the smoothing techniques and all the ARIMA techniques, this plot will be basically on the test data, and then conclude with the reason which smoothing and which ARIMA technique works for the best. So concluding with the reason which smoothing technique and ARIMA technique works best for sales, not for forecast. Sorry, sales and forecast. So this is what you need to do. I'll just cut down this point. This is not needed to be done, and I'll cut down this point. Okay, so that's it. That's your assignment. Let me know your questions and doubts in the chat section if you have any questions or doubts. You need to find the sum of sales, because now you are going to uh, concat. You are going to group your data based on dates. So for a particular month, what was the total sale? Now look, if you look at the data, is day level. For each day you have the sales value, but we are predicting, we are basically creating the forecast model for month period. You can see over here there's a monthly, we have changed our date into months and year. So since the data is given in the day level, but we are predicting and forecasting for month level, we will require to find out the total sale for that particular month, right? So that is the reason we are doing the sum. Yes, Shailendra, we will share it with all of you after this session. So you may reach out to your mentor. So, guys, if there are no more questions, we can close the session. Okay, guys, I'm launching the final session poll. Please provide your feedback, and then you guys are free to leave the session. Just check whether you have rounded it off or not. You may have rounded it off to maybe 2 digit or 1 digit. That's why it is coming as 0. Okay. So there is something must be wrong in the initial steps. Uh, Please post your question in the chat. Sorry, in the discussion forum with the screenshot of your result and your code. Which market segment you are using? Like, which market segment you have been found most profitable? EU consumer. Okay. So the mistake is over here. That is not the correct market segment. Just check whether you followed the steps as I have discussed or not. Retry it. Um, but EU's consumer is not the right answer. How can I compare with prediction and forecasting? Jayesh, I am not able to get your question. I think Prashant, you have not split your data into train and test. There is something wrong. Please recheck it. Even the COV values are wrong. If you follow each and every step, APAC consumer will come out to be 0.5. Yes, Prashant, that's what I have written in the presentation. So I'll just share the presentation with all of you with your mentor, because we need so the train data is what we are going to use for modeling, right? And we are assuming that we don't have the test data. So that's why the market segment will be found out using the train data only, because we are not going to use the test data. So you need to just look at the train data. All combinations means first you are required to load the data, then you are required to yes, it will be 21 combinations, all the combinations. So from those 21 combinations, you need to find out the one with the most profitable one. First, you need to load your data. Yes, that's correct. 42 months for train and 6 months for test. So first, convert your date time column into odd year month. Then split your data into train and test. Then using the train data, find out the COV value for various market segment, and then find out the using the result find out the most profitable market segment. That is how you need to follow. I will just share the presentation. I think you have joined a bit late. I have already discussed this all. I have written the all the steps in my presentation. Uh, I'll share the presentation with your mentor. Please ask your mentor to share the presentation with you, and then just confirm your steps. Clear? So, guys, closing the session now. Thank you. No, Prashant, can you let me know what is wrong in that? See, in your module it is written convert the order date into date time format in month year. Okay, then split, and then the COV of the profit. That is what I have told you in my presentation also. Load, convert, create market segment, split, then use train for COV, and then this. So the currently your Prashant, I've just shown you. Here they have written it. Just read this paragraph. Uh, month year month both are the same. It is not going to change your answer. But this is what is expected. Something like this, and you can use the date time format, pandas date time format, and you can use the period as month to convert this order date into this format. Okay. Prashanta, I think you are not reading this. They have written over here. Just read this data preparation, step number 4, and then step number 5 it's COV.